Hey guys, IAmRonny. It's that time of year again. Premier League predictions. So all 20 of you watching this, these are my predictions. I'm going to start from 20th, work my way up to first. Now in last place, unfortunately, I'm going to go with Hull City. I just think out of the 3 promoted teams, they are the weakest. I think they're probably who I wanted to go up the most, just because, you like to see the smaller teams go up. But I don't think they've improved their squad enough to warrant staying up. So I do think they'll be bottom. In 19th place, I've gone with Ipswich Town. Now, if anyone was manager except Frank Lampard of Coventry City, I would have them in 19th. But because Frank Lampard's manager, I'm going to put Ipswich in 19th. They have Gary O'Neill as their manager, and they don't have Kieran McKenna this time. I do think they've made good business, so I wouldn't be, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Ipswich finished 18th. I don't think they stay up though, but I think they'll put up a decent fight. And in 18th, I've gone with Coventry. I wanted so badly to put Coventry up, to say they're going to stay up, but I think they're going to go down. I think we're going to go back to the 3 relegated teams going down again, because if you look at all these teams, they're all, well, apart from Ipswich, they're all like newcomers. They haven't been in like 20 plus years. Well, Hull, I think it's like 10 years. Ipswich, they were here the season before, but I just don't think they have that quality. And in 17th, this is a shock one, Crystal Palace. They finished 15th last season. I think Europe is going to take its toll. I mean, it took its toll on them last season, and they had Conference League. Now Lacroix's gone. I think Adam Morton's probably going to stay. But Europa League football now, and I don't think they've improved their squad enough to improve. So I think they're going to get 17th with Europa League. Now in 16th, a team that actually did really well last season, and might be a shock as to me putting them in 16th, but it's Sunderland. I've got Sunderland in 16th. Now, the reason I've done this is the same thing. The same reason I've got Palace in 17th, it's Europa League. But I don't think they'll be ever like in relegation zone, but I think they'll be bottom of half of the table a lot. In 15th place, I've gone with Arbeloa's Fulham. It's either going to go one of two ways. Either they're going to do really well, and it's going to be like Real Madrid come to Premier League, they're bossing it, or it's going to go badly. To be honest, I think it's going to be a mix. I think it's going to have good moments, and it's also going to have bad moments, and I think they're just going to end up in 15th. Now in 14th, another team that did really well last season. There's a pattern here. Based on the reasons I gave for the other teams, you might be able to guess who I'll put in 14th, but it's Bournemouth. I've got Bournemouth in 14th. They don't have Areola anymore. They have Marco Rose now. I think he's a decent manager, but they also have sold a few players. I think Krupi Jr. is injured. I'm not sure for how long he's injured, and Europa League again. But I think they're a good team, so I don't think they're in a relegation battle, but I think they fall down the table. Now in 13th, I've got Nottingham Forest. They have Oliver Glasner as their manager. Last season, another team, they were in Europa League last season after they finished, 6th the season before. I think now that they're out of Europa League and they have Glasner as their manager, they'll rise back up the table again into 13th. Now in 12th place, I have Everton. There's not much to say about them. They've got David Moyes as manager. They brought in Tyreek George on a permanent. I think he's going to be good for them. Based on what I've seen in pre-season, looks like this might be his breakout year. 11th is an interesting one. It's Leeds United. I think they've done some great business in the transfer window, mainly signing Trafford, and then they also got the centre-back from Germany. I forgot his name. They did well last season. I think they finished 14th, but when you actually look at their performance, after the first 2 months of the season, they were actually really good. In 10th place, another team in Europe, but I don't think their competition's enough to actually get them to drop heavily on the table. They've been in Europa League, Conference League before. It's Brighton. They probably won the Conference League, for being real. I've got them in 10th, so back to being mid-table. Now in 9th place, Newcastle United. They sold all of their star players. Well, they sold the majority of their star players. To be honest, I wanted to put them lower, like by relegation battle. They've got a new manager, and I feel like because they sold all their star players, this is the kind of situation where you see most of their good players are gone. Their managers left them, the one that's been with them for time, and then you see some manager from Saudi, and you go, yeah, they're getting relegated. I don't think so. I think this is one of those ones where you're like, okay, they're doing decent actually. 8th place, a glow up. They've went up 9 places here, and Spurs fans will probably still be a bit upset. But I've got Spurs in 8th place. Is that Conference League football? It could be. I think they improve, but I'm not going to put them in Europe. I'm sorry. 17th back-to-back to me putting in Europe? Nah. But I think De Zerbi, Loki might cook, but I think next season is done for him. He's gone. Now in 7th place, this is also a team that sold a lot of their star players. I think some people might predict them lower, but I've made that mistake before. I predicted this team lower and I was wrong. I've got Aston Villa in 7th. I think they get Conference League, they got Garnacho, and they could get Jackson, and automatically that brings them down about 3 places. They get Champions League, and then they in Champions League, then they get Europa League, Champions League, like that. So I think they go Conference League this time. This is actually a shock who brought in 6th. I forgot I did that. I actually made this change like last minute after Aston Villa sold Ezri Konsa. I put them down. I actually had them 6th before. You're in Champions League, guys. It's not that bad. We got Champions League and finished 10th. 6th place. This is a shock. This is a big one. This is a big prediction. If this happens, I'm a mastermind. I've got Brentford in 6th. I've got Brentford getting Europa League, finishing above Villa, Spurs, Newcastle, Brighton. I think Brentford, last season, they were so close to Europe. They missed out on like 1 point. They were actually like 1 or 2 points off Europa League already last season. But yeah, I think Brentford get Europa League. I think they shock people. They're going to keep Hugo Thiago. They got to hope that he does not keep that World Cup form and actually starts playing when people are watching. Because if that happens, definitely this is possible. I think they won a preseason game like 7-1. That low-key might have swayed my decision to put them that high. The next team, you must be grateful I haven't put you lower. You're still going to be upset because your fans are always upset with my predictions. But I've got Man United in 5th place. I know. What are you doing? How can you do that? Who's at the wheel? Carrick's at the wheel. We're not gonna get 5th. Remember, it's still Champions League, all right? I was gonna put you out of Champions League, but I said, you know what? I'll still put you in Champions League, especially after you sign Baleba. You're gonna sign Baleba now. I think that's definitely gonna make sure you get Champions League. Otherwise, I would have said you might get Europa League, Conference League, and I'll tell you why. There's 2 things. Number 1, United have this thing where whenever fans start getting hope and going, what? Why would we finish that low? Now we got Champions League last season. Now we're cooking. We're back. United's back. They flop the next season and the expectations are in the ground, right? It's a pattern. It's been happening. Not always continuously, but they're always a bit lower. When they finish 2nd, next they finish 4th. Fans are going, nah, title race. They finish 4th after that. So you got, was it 3rd last season? So I think you fall down to 5th. I'm still putting in Champions League. If you don't get Champions League, by the way, I'm going to trash out because I was going to predict that. But I've got United in 5th place. I think that their depth isn't there. They've signed just in midfield. I think you need more depth than that, man. If you want to be title challengers, you need more depth. And I think Champions League is going to catch up to them. Because they haven't made enough depth signings. But I think they have a good team. Don't get me wrong. They have a good team. But you guys, you need to understand. Europe takes its toll, man. Look at the whole table. You can see it's influenced by teams in Europe. Now, in 4th place, Manchester City. They've got Enzo Maresca at the wheel. Some will call him Timo Pep. I won't make such claims, but I will say he left Chelsea, and I am not that upset. We saw in the Community Shield, they got outplayed by Arsenal. They lost Rodri. They might sign Enzo. They might. I don't think they do, but they could sign Enzo. They're going to sign Boadi, but he's like 18, 19. I think they're 4th, man. I think they get 4th. This one I wasn't sure of. I had them 2nd, but I changed them to 3rd. It's Liverpool. They've got Iraola. I think Liverpool is one of the hardest teams to predict because on paper, their squad it's mint. It's fire. That squad is fire. But you look at the individual cases, and yeah, I think their preseason was quite bad, to be honest. It wasn't horrific, but it was not good. And it's not looking good for Liverpool, but I think they have quality in their team. They have quality in their team. So I think they get 3rd. In 2nd place, I know everyone's going to get mad, but it's Chelsea. Now, there's multiple reasons for this. The biggest reason is I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm trying to big up my team, and I just didn't feel comfortable putting Liverpool in 2nd. I did not feel like Liverpool in 2nd was going to happen, so I put Chelsea there. I also didn't feel like City would get 2nd or United. So I was like, you know what? Back my boys, Chelsea 2nd. We got Alonso this season, right? We could go back to a back 5. We've got Palestra, Chavaria on the wings. Both great attackingly. I've seen Chavaria, he can deliver across. Palestra, he's a great runner. Then you got Lacroix, Colwell on the left of him. Colwell's back this season. Remember that, Colwell's there. And potentially Fofana on the right centre back. Fofana, he's had a rough couple of seasons. At the beginning there was promise, but he was just getting injured. But to be honest, I think a back 3, low-key, we could get a good level for Fofana, especially if he stays fit. And then in midfield, Caicedo, Enzo. Enzo potentially, I'm assuming he's staying. I don't think he leaves. If Xavi stays fit, you could also be an option there. Also got Barco as an option, and Reece James is an option, which people seem to forget. They forget that Reece James there, and I feel like Chelsea fans forget Barco exists. Like, they think he's just not going to play. He's going to play, guys. You get the front 3, Palmer on the right 10, Rodgers at the left 10, Pedro up front. Come on, man. If Palmer cooks, and the pressure's not even on him, because last season Pedro was our best player, let's be real. Pedro was our best player. He's taking the number 9 shirt, so now even more eyes are going to be on him. Pressure off Cole Palmer. Defenders are going to be watching Pedro. Palmer has more time, more space. He doesn't even need to score goals, man. That's the thing. He's an attacking midfielder. He banged in goals that season. And when he doesn't bang in 20 goals a season, they say he's a one-season wonder. But you all don't understand, 10 goals for a midfielder is still fire. It's still a great season for a midfielder. I don't understand this Palmer hate, man. People just like to hate. And then you bring Morgan Rogers. Apparently he's inconsistent sometimes. You know, he has patches where he's not that great. But I mean, he's not the main man here at Chelsea. You got Palmer and João Pedro as well. And then off the bench you got Welbeck. Last minute of games, he can be a menace. Estevao, we have Estevao. He's playing a back 4. He can have him right wing. We have Estevaldo, he can come on as one of the 10s. I don't think wing back. I think Quenda's more a wing back kind of player. God, I think Chelsea's going to be a problem. We have no Europe as well, you have to remember that. But first, I've got Arsenal. Yep, first time I'm predicting them to win the Premier League, which means they probably won't win it. Which means Chelsea win it. Chelsea win it, maybe. They're strengthening their team. They got Bruno Guimaraes in. I'll do a top goal scorer. Top assist. I didn't do this last time. Top goal scorer. Should I go with the biased route or the easy answer? The easy answer is Haaland. You know what, João Pedro? He's got 7 goals in preseason. It'll probably bite me in the back. I'm putting João Pedro as the top goal scorer. I don't care. I don't care. I'm putting João Pedro as top goal scorer, okay? It's not that deep. Top assists. Do people even care about this? United fans want me to say Bruno Fernandes. Should I say Bruno Fernandes again? You know what? I'll say Bruno Fernandes again. Player of the season. Who will win player of the season? Probably going to be an Arsenal or Chelsea player. The question is from who? I think an Arsenal player, but I just can't think of who specifically could win it. You know what, João Pedro? He's taking the number 9 shirt. I can see this prediction aging horribly. But you know what? I have faith. If anyone's going to make the number 9 curse, it's João Pedro. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You probably didn't if you're not a fan of Chelsea or Arsenal. You probably hated this video. I mean, a Brighton fan, I think they can understand me putting them 10th. But every other team, I think their fans can be mad with me. So if you're mad, let me know in the comments. See you in a year's time when I look stupid or like a genius. Goodbye.
In this world of CB Hollow, 7 minds will always follow. For that showtime of the Apollo into the big scene and borrow. I'm the king of sorrow. I don't know weakness. I won't show like Jacob. I will blow. Disregard your say so. Being past tails like I've been a pay bro.